Hello everybody, welcome back. This is RockHound. I've been kind of sick the last couple days and I haven't had much of a chance to record or get some stuff uploaded to YouTube, and I think my voice still sounds a little bit funny, but I've been playing in my Let's Play world here for a while, gathering up a bunch of resources, and I've been doing a bunch of thinking about where we're going to go in the future with some of the ideas that we've had. If you look on the map here, this little square right up here in the bottom center of this map, it should be right about here on this one, is the platform where we placed the beacon last time. And I've been thinking about it, and if you look really close at this map, these two lakes form a nice little circular area here in front of this big mountain. And I'm thinking that since I want the beacon to be in the center of a nice big temple that's going to be like the central point that most of our village is built around, that would be a really nice area, I think, to build that temple. And we'll just move the beacon. Now, some of the other thoughts I've had about the beacon, about the temple, and about villager trading in general, is that the emerald system, I feel like, is kind of broken in this game, because, you know, I think diamonds are immensely more valuable. I mean, value comes from use or, you know, tradability, and emeralds, you can trade them with villagers, but you can't really get much for them. They don't do anything. They can't make tools. You can make some blocks, which are kind of cool looking, I guess. You know, not nearly as cool looking as this redstone block, and that's much cheaper. The thing about the beacon is they made it so that you can use iron blocks, gold blocks, or emerald or diamond in order to form the pyramid below the beacon and get its beneficial powers. And I'm thinking that I might put in kind of an artificial constraint on what we do in this world and make it so that all of the I'm clicking and thinking at the same time, which is dangerous. All of the blocks that we use for the pyramid below the beacon when we move it, and going forward until we have a full pyramid with I want to get like the quad beacon going on, so it has 4 beams going up and has all of the powers available. I think that whole pyramid should be made just with emeralds and our emerald blocks that we get from trading with the villagers, and that will give us a reason to build this village up. It will kind of give us a goal to work toward, and it'll let me get my iron blocks back too. But let's go down here and take a look at this area and maybe start building a little something. So when you get down here, it looks a little smaller than it looks on that map, but I've got an idea for what I want this temple to look like, and this will be plenty of space. I've been trying to get some more books going. I need to get a real reed farm, and now that we've got hoppers, now I should be able to do that and create a really cool automated farm. Look at all these losers over here. Oh. Boom. A little farther away than I thought he was. Hooah. There we go. Alright, so I want to make this, of course, match the block palette that the other buildings in the village are made out of, and I'm going to change the structure up a little bit, because I think I want it to start out small and get bigger as we go up to a certain point, and then go back maybe small. I want it to look kind of like almost a tree shape, And it's not, I don't want it to actually be a tree, but I want it to kind of mimic the shape of like a pine tree or something. So I want the very base to be, let's see, let's just pick a center. I'm going to pick an arbitrary spot here. That's kind of right in between these two. About distance, about the same between here and there. How about this for our center? That looks pretty good. Okay, and let's get some blocks laid out here. Just figuring out one. I think this should be about good. I'm going to be building with an odd number system, like I always do. Now this is going to be a little tricky to begin with. Yeah, so I'm going to end up with stuff like that if I do this first row the way we usually do, but honestly that should be fine because I'm going to go back and put the spruce logs at the base all the way around and probably knock out some of these center blocks and stuff. I don't have a firm idea of what I want just yet, but I do know, I don't know whether I want to knock this area down to level. Yeah, I do. Get rid of that leaf. Give me my dirt. I should have gone ahead and thrown these away. I was messing with some quartz blocks and slabs. I don't remember whether I talked about that last time or not, that I went and did some exploring in the nether and got some of the new fancy quartz and made it into blocks. I'm in the latest snapshot, like always. That's some pretty awesome new blocks. That quartz, if you haven't seen it yet, I'd recommend getting the snapshot and messing around with it because it's a pretty block. It looks really good. Do I have my axe on me? Ooh, it's almost broken. Alright. Just placing down a circle here. Yeah. Does that look right? I think that looks right. Yeah, I've debated a little bit about whether I want to continue with this cross-hatching pattern all the way up this, but you know, I think it's going to look good. It's just going to be a little bit more work. That's okay. I don't mind a little extra work if it makes a difference between something that's mediocre and something that's cool looking. I think that's right. I do want the sides to match. Well, that's not. That's there, and this should be like this. Yeah. Well, I didn't bring a bed down here with me, and I'm not going to risk trying to build this at night. I think that's a recipe for trouble. So I'm going to go sleep, and I will be back in just a minute. Okay, we made it back. Grabbed a cup of wool on the way just so that we could make a bed and not have to go somewhere else next time it's night. Alright. Am I out of something here? No, this should be right. Didn't want to be out of whack on this. Oops. Should be like that, and then one there, and one there. Made a circle all the way around, I believe. Ooh, look at that guy. Hello. Oh. Never got to know him. Okay. Let's zoom around here really quick and get this wall up a little bit taller before we do anything else. We'll have to knock doors and windows in it later, but let's get just a little bit of the wall built. So, here we go. Okay, that is enough to give us a little bit of an idea. Looks pretty good. There's a little bit of stuff going on here that I'm not too fond of, like at the corners. I don't know if there's going to be anything we can do about that. It might just be the way it is. Okay, so if we've got that part up a little bit, here's the thought. I could see. I'm gonna put this down here like this. But I've spent a lot of time cutting down these stinking trees, and I want to conserve as much of this wood as possible. And I'm not sure what we're going to do on the inside yet, but if I take this dirt down to this level, I thought of this too late. I should have done this one level up, but that's okay. If I take the dirt down to this level, then I can go ahead and put down stuff here, like so. That ought to work. This works really well, this spruce log pattern around the base. It works really well for those square buildings. I'm not sure how it's going to go for this round base on this building. Let's see. What do I think about this? What do I think about this? I think I'm going to start with all of it going horizontal and then adjust it as we go later. So, like so. Where's the corner? That's the corner right there. So that would go here. This would go here. Okay. It's a little bit of a base. Fill in some holes here. I want to take this up pretty high. But I also want to, let's see, how did we do? Let's go over and take a look at the lumber mill for a minute. Set me about right there. So we continue around at the corners, we go up, but the spruce logs are in the wall with a nice 1, 2, 3 block span in the middle. Lets us keep stuff centered. Villages are still doing okay. Good. And this rooftop up here. Yeah. Okay. We can handle that. I have these quartz blocks because I was thinking of trying to add in some of them into this building when we built it. I thought, man, that would be cool if we could do... This is looking pretty small. Pretty small for our big epic. I might have to make this whole thing bigger. No, I'm gonna stick with this. Let's see. What was I saying? I don't even know. Then if I come in here, now I could do that corner. It gives us 3 blocks between. However, I don't know if I necessarily like this. But if I put... yeah, if I put spruce here too, that's going to be too much. I think this will work nicely. Alright, I just finished up putting these spruce log pillars around the base here in the order that we'd figured out, and I went and put these up like they were supposed to. I think I was talking before about the quartz blocks and how I had planned on using them on this building, and I actually went in one of my test worlds and tried out to see just what it would look like if I added in some of those, and they're awesome. I love all the variety, and they're just beautiful. As far as Minecraft blocks go, can't get much better. But they don't really go with this block palette very well. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to have this similar these blocks for the outside, and once we get on the inside, maybe the actual like altar area where the beacons sit might be made out of those quartz blocks. just about out of time for today, but I wanted to get these up here and take a look at them. Do this. There we go. Let's knock it down a little bit. Might as well sleep. Don't let any creepers sneak up on us. Go through a lot of lumber with this kind of a build where you're using blocks instead of planks. I like the way they look. But man, I've cut down so many trees. It's crazy. You see that axe? That is a what is this? This has it just has efficiency. I thought it was an unbreaking axe that I'd almost gone through. Okay. Well, that certainly matches the pattern, at least initially, of our other buildings. It's got a round structure though instead of a square, so that's kind of fun to switch it up a little bit. And we're going to take it up taller and start branching out in kind of a cool way, I hope, next time. So I'm going to leave it there and pick right back up here when we start again in the next episode. So I will see you later. Thanks for watching.